Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha and today I'm going to be sharing with you an unboxing haul. I picked up some products from superdrug.com. These are the brand new products that launched yesterday at revolutionbeauty.com as well as superdrug.com, of course. They are the new matte products and I can't wait to share them with you. So I hope that everything is within my order because obviously it's not opened. I've not checked it because I'm going to unbox it in front of you today. So I thought I would do something a little bit different for you. But of course it is still a Revolution products, and I asked you on my channel yesterday, did you still want to see Revolution products, the new launches, and you all said unanimously yes. So I'm going to do that for you and keep on doing it. Okay, so let's get into this unboxing haul. You can see also that I have applied some makeup, so I've got my brows on, I've got my eyeshadow on, but apart from that, that's about it. That's why I'm looking a little bit pale today. So let's get this open and get into this. Okay. Ooh. Okay. A little bit difficult. The box is huge. Okay, so this is my order. The first item I will share with you is from the skincare range, and it's a replacement product because I've used it all up. It is the Revolution Skincare 2% Hyaluronic Acid, and this is £5.99 or £6 at revolutionbeauty.com. I love this, use it morning and night, every single day, love it, and I have used that ever since it launched. Now we're on to the new product. So they've popped them into some bubble wrap, so that's good. Also with this order, I picked up this was free, and it's a free Revolution Highlight Compact Opulence, and it's that one, so with the glittery lid. Okay, and it looks like that on the back. I don't think, no, it's got sellotape, so I'm not going to go into too much detail. They retail for £8, but at the moment the offer with Superdrug is, I think if you spend over £12 you receive that free. And Superdrug, whenever I mention Superdrug, it is only available for UK, anyone within the UK. Anyone outside of the UK, you'll have to purchase from revolutionbeauty.com, but they also have an offer available at the moment, and if you spend £30 or above on the revolutionbeauty.com site, then you receive £25 worth of free makeup. So there's a little goodie or mystery bag available as well from revolutionbeauty.com. Okay, oh, good. Okay, so I'm already surprised. So the first item is the Revolution Matte Base in shade F4. It's a pore blurring full coverage foundation, and I'll have to put all of the prices down below. I think this is £5, but don't quote me. And there's no delivery note, so I'll have to link everything down below for you. So that's what that one looks like. It's cruelty free and vegan, and is there a net weight? It is, if I can see it, I think 0.95 fluid ounces or 28. It's either 28 or 29 mil. It's very small, so forgive me, but that's about right for you. The next product is this, and it is the Revolution Matte Base Powder in P4, and it looks like that. So I've gone for all products obviously that suit me. I also noticed that, I think it was on Instagram or the Revolution site, they said that whatever you are in their other foundations, then it's the same in this. So that's why I've gone for F4, because that's what I use in the Conceal and Define foundation. I also went with F4 in this. So that's what that one looks like, and I'm really surprised it's bigger than what I thought as well. And I'm not quite sure of the price of that. I think it's either £3 or £4. Then I picked up this, and it is the Revolution Matte Base Concealer Kit. I really like this because what they've done is they've got 3 or 4 of these, and they put on the details which ones it would suit you. So you don't have to look at the pictures and guess. They've actually put that these are either 1 to 4, and then obviously the next palette will be 5 to 9 and so on. So I went with 1 to 4 because I usually use F4 or C4 in concealer. So I went with that because I can always use lighter. So that's what that is. It's a concealer quad, and I believe this one was £4. I really like the packaging as well of these, but obviously I'll get into this more as we go on with the trial. That's nearly the end of everything. And then the last 3 products I picked up are these, and they are the matte base concealer stick. Okay, so these are £3. Let me just have a look at the concealer compact. Yeah, it's cruelty free and vegan. Also the matte base powder, that's cruelty free and vegan as well, and so are, no, these are just cruelty free, sorry. So these are their, are they calling them matte base concealer? They're like concealer sticks basically. And yeah, I'll just give you a close-up. So they look like that. They retail for £3. I thought this whole range was really inexpensive, but it looks really high-end. I thought all of the, you know, the packaging looks so good. Really love it. Is there a weight on here? With this one, you're getting 0.28 ounces or 8 grams of product. So that's the first one, and I picked up F3, F4. No, sorry, I'm getting it wrong again. C3, that's C3. Obviously, I'll be doing swatches in a moment. C4, my usual shade. And then I picked up C7 for contour. I wanted to try contouring. I couldn't really see from the pictures, and I never really use any deeper products. But this, I don't think is going to work, but I'll give it a go. Okay, so let's go back to the concealer, because that's what I'm going to be putting on first. I'm going to try both of these in different areas, I think, to give you a little bit of a hint of how they work. Now, the problem with this is I've got to take the tape off with everything, haven't I? So let me just see if I can take this off. That's the problem with unboxing and trying at the same time. Okay, so I'm going to, I think, pop this under the eye. If it's not enough, then obviously I'll use one of the sticks, but I think I'm going to use this. Oh, this is strange, because I thought basically this is 1 to 4. So 1 to 4, and I thought each one of these would be, you know, shade 1, shade 2, shade 3 and shade 4. That's not the case. Okay, so basically you've got 4 pans in here. You have got a powder here, so that's a powder. Then the one beside it, they're calling it an under eye concealer. So obviously I'll be trialing that one. And then we've got another concealer here and another concealer. So I was thinking that, like I say, you've got shades 1 to 4 in this, but actually they've added a powder, and I suppose it's 4 shades 1 to 4. Okay, so let's try this. I'm going to go in with, I think I'm going to go in with the mid-tone, because I don't like too light under my eyes. And first of all, I'm going to, have I got it? Oh, here we go. I'm just going to pop my hair back so that it doesn't get in my way. Now, with this one, you do get the ingredients on the back. So you've got the ingredients there. I really like the rose gold banding on it. Like I say, I think it looks very professional. The price point is £4, which is really good. I'll just go through again. It is cruelty free and vegan, and yeah, I really love that, but it's just not what I expected. I love surprises, and yeah, really, really good. So I'm going to apply with my finger. I'm going to go into there's 3 shades, so light, medium and a little bit deeper, and I'm going to go in with the medium shade. So let's have a little look. Ooh, it's very soft, very creamy. I'm not 100% with these kind of palettes, but I thought I would test it. You know, it's £4. I thought I'd test it for you anyway. So I'm just going to actually get a little bit closer and then pop this under the eye. Now obviously I use the Conceal and Define, and that's a full cover concealer. This is okay, but it's not a full coverage. It's given me a little bit of brightness under the eye, but I'm going to have to stop using that for under the eye. It's not I don't know, it's given me some brightness. It's brightened under the eye, but it's not giving me the coverage that I need. So I'm going to stop using that and go in with this, and I want C4. Here we go. And then I'll go through this one. Okay, so we have got a twist up tube here. Again, we've got rose gold banding here, a thicker band this time. Again, you've got cruelty free, just cruelty free. It's not vegan as well, so just cruelty free. And I really like the cream and rose gold. These are £3. I've already given you the weight, but I'll just repeat that. So it's 0.28, start again, 0.28 ounces or 8 grams of product. Okay, and then you take off the lid, and then we've got this. Okay, I really like that it's rounded rather than some concealers are like lipsticks and they're a little bit too pointy, so not keen on that. I think I'm going to use a brush with this, or should I try and dab it on? We'll try dabbing it on first of all. Okay, this is giving me a better coverage. So I think the palette is not too bad if you want to brighten under the eye, but if you want a full coverage concealer, then you're better off using the actual concealer sticks. But actually that has given me very nice coverage. I really like that. It's given me the coverage, but it's not thick and gloopy, if you know what I mean. So yeah, really like that. The only thing I don't like is having to pull on the eye, so I'm just being as gentle as I can and then pat it into place. It's a nice creamy formula, and you can see that it's given me a nice coverage without it being too thick, I suppose. I know that not many of you don't like the Conceal and Define, but if you're you know, in the minority and you don't like it for the reason that it's a little bit too heavy under the eye, then this actually might be a good, you know, a good alternative. Okay, I'm going back to this little palette. I'm really pleased actually that I've got this, and I'm going to go in with the powder now. I'm using the Real Techniques contour brush, and I'm just going into the powder. I'm just patting that and then just setting that. So far so good, very impressed. The powder is, even though it's in a palette form, is very finely milled, trying to say two words at once, and really set that absolutely beautifully. So love that. Okay, now what I'm going to do is go back to the palette now, and I'm going into that medium shade. So we've got light, medium and a little bit deeper, and see if I can cover a little bit of redness around the nose with this, so we can see what else this does. It's a beautiful consistency. What I also find with some of these concealer palettes, that they feel very greasy. This doesn't feel greasy. It does feel like, you know, professional makeup. It feels good quality, even though it's a concealer in a palette. So just going to pop it on, you know, a few areas so that you can see what it looks like on the skin. But it's actually got a good coverage. I mean, to be honest, if I didn't have, I suppose, you know, concerns under the eyes, if you don't need that much concealer, this would be perfect for you if you're just starting to get into makeup, or, you know, you just don't like wearing a heavy concealer. This would be perfect for you. But because my problem areas are under my eyes, you know, I need it a little bit more, and this was perfect for that. But yeah, I really love this. It's covered all the redness. So yeah, love it. And I love the powder. So yeah, that's really, really good. Absolutely love this for under the eye. That is great. Now I'm going to use the concealer. No, the foundation. You can tell I've been racing around this morning. Okay, so we have got a matte base pore blurring full coverage foundation. Obviously I got it in F4 because that's what I use in all of their other foundations. You've got 0.95 fluid ounces or 28 ml of product. It's cruelty free and vegan, and as always you've got all of the ingredients on the back. Really like the packaging. I'm not a great fan of you know, squeezy tubes. It's fine. I prefer a pump, but you know, it's absolutely fine. I like the packaging. I like that you can stand it up. I like the rose gold on it. We all love rose gold. And I really love the price point. I believe, as I mentioned at the beginning, it's only £5. Also really like the fact that they have popped a little foil disc there so that you know, it's not going to leak in transit. So I'm just going to pull that off. I think Revolution have really come so far. They do, I think they're one of the only brands, the only brand that I know of that really listens to their customers. And, you know, whatever, you know, if you've ever got an issue with their makeup or you think that you have got an idea, they will always take it on board. And I absolutely love that about the brand. Okay, so I'm going to pop a little bit of this on my hand. If I can squeeze it out. Oh, it had a little bit of a plastic cover there, a little bit of the glue from the disc. Okay, I've already used C4, so I'm going to swipe that beside it. Give you an idea. So basically that is the foundation, F4, and that is C4, the concealer. The reason why I always go for F4 or C4 is because it's got a little bit of a pink undertone, and that is what suits my skin tone. Okay, so I've got a foundation brush here. It is my usual flat-topped kabuki or angled kabuki. Just depends on what I grab. But this time it is a flat kabuki. These are just very inexpensive from eBay. Just put in foundation kabuki and these will come up for you. Now the consistency is very thick. You can see that. So I'm going to just pop it on the brush and then start applying it. And it is quite a thick full coverage foundation. A little goes a long way. Obviously you saw how much I applied on my hand, so I don't really want to go too far down my neck because I've got my roll neck jumper on. Again, as with the Conceal and Define, it covers my nose beautifully with a brush rather than me having to pat it in with a finger. Now obviously this collection has been launched because it's matte, and I think by what they said on their Instagram, these had been asked for products. Like I mentioned a moment ago, they are a brand that really listens to their customers. and this has been asked for, so it is matte. Now, although it's matte, because what I don't want is, I don't want to look like I've got a mask on my face. I do have quite oily skin, but not as oily as it used to be because of the skincare, in fact the Revolution skincare. So it's not as oily as it used to be, and it always is hydrated, so you know, it's not dry or anything. But when you put on a matte foundation, you expect it to be like a mask, but actually you can see I've still got a little sheen because I don't want it to look fake and, you know, like I'm trying to cover up something, if you know what I mean. It looks like, I don't know, it just looks really, really nice. Really like that it's matte, but it's also got a tiny, you know, it's, you know, you don't look oily, but it's got a little bit of a sheen, just like Conceal and Define, because I love that foundation so much for that very reason. It's full coverage, but it doesn't make me look like a mask. It also doesn't look like, you know, I'm starting to get these fine lines. It doesn't enhance them. So it looks actually like skin. It looks great. So I'm really, really pleased with that. Fantastic. Okay. Now, obviously, I tested out this powder under the eye for you, and it was lovely, finely milled, worked beautifully under the eye. What I want to do now is try this. So it's the Revolution Matte Base Powder. I also want to just show you that I have got the remainder of the foundation. I have used all of that, but I haven't had to use tons and tons of product. So like I say, a little bit goes a long way. I think we've got tape on here somewhere. So let me just remove that. Whoops. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I really love the packaging with this as well. Of course, you've got that rose gold trim. On the back, you've got all of the ingredients. This one is cruelty-free and vegan, so really love that. I also really like how it's shaped. It's a bit like their highlighters, the gold like bullion, I can't remember what it was called, but it's very much like that. It's certainly larger than what I expected, so really like that as well. Going in again with my Real Techniques contour brush, and I'm just going to get a little bit of this product and just, now where I've got the sheen, I'm going to just mattify that with the powder. Now again, obviously F4, it's got a little bit of a pink undertone to it, but that has mattified my skin beautifully, but it still doesn't look like a mask. Obviously it will look better once I've got the other face products on, but yeah, really like that. There's still a little bit of a sheen to it, so it doesn't make your face look like you're wearing a lot of makeup. It looks natural, it looks non-cakey, it just looks absolutely beautiful. Love it, and it obviously has got that matte finish. That is stunning. Now of course I picked up one of these for a contour, and I don't think that it's going to be a very good contour for me at all. I'm not even sure, have I brought anything in that I can use as a contour? Don't think I have. Perhaps I should just open it and try it. So I picked up C7 because it looked quite dark on the website, and the thing is, you know, you don't know until you try, and also it's very, very yellow. That's not going to work, so I'm not going to even try that. So C7 for me looks very yellow in tone, like that. Won't work for me as a contour. And then of course I have got, where is the other one? Let me just undo this one as well. This one is C3. C3 is yellow toned as well. Okay. Right, now I've got to add my face products. Now I've got the blush from Revolution, it's Hot Spice. So I'm just going to add a little bit of blush, and in fact actually I'm going to add a little bit of this one as a bronzer, because my face really does need a little bit of, you know, something else. It's a little bit flat looking at the moment, so it needs warming up a little. Obviously I am making do because I thought that that would work as a contour, so this won't be my correct colour, but it's just to give my face a little bit of definition. But I must say, the foundation, everything's going nicely over the top of it. It just looks absolutely beautiful. Usually if you you know, use these quite full coverage foundations and, you know, matte, they really just look like a mask. They make your skin look very, very dry. You know, and that's not what we want at all. Okay, I'm going in now with the Wilko blush brush, and I'm going to go in with this one down here as the blush. And then what I usually do is, as you just saw with the foundation brush, I will just blend that into the skin. Like that. I need my eyeshadow brush because I've put the contour, not the contour, the concealer under the eye. I've taken the eyeshadow off a little bit. So I'm just going to pop a little bit more of that on. If you're interested in what other makeup I'm wearing, it will be listed down below, but of course I am wearing the Revolution Reloaded Basic Mattes palette, and I'm actually just going in with this shadow here just to go under the eye like that, and I'm just going to apply a lipstick, and then I will give you my final thoughts. I'm going in with the Revolution Pro Supreme Matte Lip Pigment in Preminition. Absolutely beautiful shade, and it matches the colours that I've applied for my eyeshadow perfectly. So let me just take off the headband. Sort my hair out. I've been racing around, running down to Superdrug. Okay, so that is the makeup complete. I don't know why I'm sharing with you my eyeshadow, although I am wearing glitter. Like I say, everything will be listed down below, but you're more interested in my skin than my eyes today. What I will say, from just looking at my skin in the viewfinder and in the mirror, I don't look like I'm wearing a mask. I am so pleased with Revolution for each each foundation, I'll get it right in a moment, each foundation you know, whether I purchase from the Conceal and Define range or I purchase from this range, they all are the same. So F4 for me is the shade that I wear across the board, and I really like that. So it's easy. So whatever foundation they bring out, you know, I know which shade to gravitate towards, unless obviously I want to change it up. So I'm really, really pleased in the actual shade. It's not sticky, it's not tacky, it's not thick. You know, it's just absolutely beautiful. And although, yes, it's full coverage, it's covered everything, and also it is matte, but it's matte to a degree. It still is a little bit, you know, it's skin-like. Our skin is not completely matte. It's got a little bit of dewiness to it, you know, and obviously you don't want it to be oily or an oil slick. But this gives me the finish of skin, but it's covering everything, and of course it has that matte finish. Absolutely love it. Of course, I will have to wear it throughout the day to see how it you know, works throughout the day and how it wears. I have found, and the Conceal and Define is the only foundation that I have found from Revolution that doesn't go really oily throughout the day. So obviously I'm really intrigued to see how this works throughout the day. Obviously it's sold as a matte, so you know, I'm expecting it to stay matte without obviously having to powder it up too much. Okay, moving on to this, the matte base powder in P4. I also really like that they F4 for foundation, P4 for powder, and C4 for concealer. Really like that. There's no confusion unless you're like me and obviously call everything F4. But yeah, I really like this. I like the amount of product that you're getting. Really easy to get whatever brush that you've got there in here. It's big enough for a really fluffy brush. You know, I use a smaller brush, but if you had a really big fluffy brush, it would also work. It's beautiful. I really like the fact that you've got Revolution there, but there's also an indentation in it with Revolution directly, if I can open it, underneath. Really like that it looks like the gold bullion, just like, you know, their highlights. I like the size of it, and it works beautifully on the skin. Again, it set my foundation, but it doesn't look dry and cakey. It looks like natural skin. So again, I think that is definitely a winner. These concealer sticks, I really love this under the eye. I might have to apply it with a finger or a brush because I'm not that keen on dragging the eye, but I really love it. It's not, you know, I've got not too much product under the eye. You know, we don't want to cake ourselves with product under the eye because it just does the adverse thing and shows up our fine lines, you know, and but I really like it. It's brightened, it's covered, and it's £3. So really, really love that. Of course, I've got also C3 and C7. I haven't used those because C7 was not deep enough for contour. I really wanted to show you, you know, that they contour as well, but obviously it wasn't to be. And I think C3 is going to be a little bit too light and too yellow. So I'll probably pass that on to my daughter, yeah, and see how they get on with that. But yeah, really, really love it. I love how it's domed. Like I say, I don't like those lipstick shapes because I find that, you know, I don't want to put a point underneath my, or anything with a point underneath my eye. So it's domed, it's creamy, it glided on, you saw that. It blended into the skin very nicely with a finger. Love it. The last product is the Matte Base Concealer Kit 1 to 4. This threw up a few surprises because I expected it to have shades like, for example, in the concealer, C1, C2, C3, C4. So I was surprised to see that they've added a powder, and then you've got 3 shades. You've got a light shade that's more yellow toned. You can see that very, very clearly there. You've got a lighter pink concealer, which is perfect for my skin tone, but it just wasn't enough under the eye. But it worked beautifully around the nose where I've got a little bit of redness. So I would say this is, unless you like, or you know, you don't need that much coverage under the eye, or you just don't like wearing too heavy products under the eye, this will be perfect for you. But for me, I just need a little bit more. But like I said, you know, around the nose, perfection. The powder also set the under eye beautifully. It's very finely milled, and it worked perfectly. So there's the powder, and that's the shade that I applied, and it worked beautifully to set it. Yes, there is a little bit of creasing, but I've got fine lines under there now. I mean, I'm 50 this year, so you know, I'm going to have a little bit of creasing under there, which, you know, I'm fine with. I'm aging gracefully, I suppose. So yeah, this worked beautifully. It gave me some lightness under the eye. You saw that when I applied it, but it's just not enough for what I need. So I would suggest that if you're new to makeup, you don't like anything heavy under the eye, this is going to be perfect. Or if you just want to try it to apply like I did on a little bit of redness on some areas, or if you want to carry this around, absolutely perfect. Or if you've got different issues, so for example you wanted to apply perhaps this under the eye, this on the face, then yeah, this would be perfect. And it's again only £4. Absolutely stunning product. So yeah, this would be a very good travel companion, wouldn't it? Also, if you get a little bit you know, tanned throughout the year, I mean, obviously that's wishful thinking at the moment because we're having snow, but you know, it will also work with you throughout the year as well. So I really, really love this product. Like I say, it threw up a few surprises, but I really love it, and I'm so pleased that I picked that up as well. So that's everything that I wanted to share with you in this unboxing haul. I hope that you found that helpful if you're looking to purchase some of these, but I really do think that Revolution is one of those brands that not only is getting better and better, but also their price point is staying put. You know, you see some brands where they, you know, I mean, Revolution is now well known throughout the world, because I know, because a lot of you that are contacting me now are from all over the place. It's not just in the UK or the US or you know, places like that. I'm getting comments from everyone who love Revolution. Their price point is staying put. Some brands who are then starting to, you know, get more well known, they tend to put their prices up. They creep up gradually year by year. Not Revolution. I mean, we're talking about amazing products here. I mean, my face looks great, but the price points are amazing, and it's certainly worth, you know, a try, just because they are so inexpensive, rather than perhaps going to a higher end product, paying, I don't know, £20 for a foundation, which I have done in the past, and being very, very disappointed. This one is only £5 and it worked beautifully. I love it. You can tell I love the brand, and thanks to all of your comments yesterday, I will continue to show Revolution on my channel. It's my favourite brand. I know now it's yours. So thank you so much for that. Of course, I would love to know which product you liked, what you think of the products that I've shared with you today, and you know, which ones that you are thinking of picking up as well. If you would like me to swatch them on Instagram and do a little bit of a close-up pic, let me know. I'm happy to do that. And of course, if you are brand new to my channel, if you have just stumbled across me, I would love it if you subscribe to watch further videos. But until tomorrow, thank you so, so much for watching. Thank you. Bye.